Hey, how's it going? And today I'm going to be talking about domain and what that is. An internet domain, also known as domain name, is a human readable address used to identify and locate resources on the internet. Domain names are essential part of internet's address systems, and they provide more user-friendly way to access websites and online services compared to using numbers. Yeah, most of the time it's IP numbers, internal protocols, addresses. Why we talking about domain names and what that is? That's where every business needs to begin, or even perhaps would that be a freelancer, independent person, anyone who is looking to have presence online, have a place where you want all the people to go to, a place where you could potentially have a board, and on that board you can present product or services that you're looking to sell. That's a place where you should begin. That's the reason why we're talking about domain today. Structure. Internal domains consist of two main parts separated by a dot, period, and the top level domain TLD and the second level domain SLD. For example, in domain name, for example, .com, com is LTD and example is SLD. Uh, I would definitely highly recommend when acquiring a domain. Perhaps that would be one place where you might consider spending $1, £1, €1, and then you would have a bills and you would have a service provider who would make sure that your domain has particular standards. Well, there are a lot of free domains available up there. If you want, you can start there. But if you would start with that later, you might need to change everything. I mean, depending on your age, you might want to do that. If you're 13, 14 years old, perhaps you might want to start with a free domain and post pictures on that domain. I don't know, and try to sell those. But if you're running a business and you are a professional, consider spending $1 or €1 or £1 and perhaps acquiring a proper professional domain that not necessarily needs to end with .com, but it can currently there are some of the domains perhaps would be a little more expensive, but if you would Google, you'll find all that information yourself. Top level domains, TLDs. TLDs are the highest level domain categories in domain name systems, DNS systems. Common generic TLDs include com, org, net, and country code like United Kingdom, CA for Canada, and similar ones. Perhaps right now, this what I'm talking about doesn't make that do not make that much sense. Down the line, once it's not that difficult. It, it can be complicated in the beginning, but eventually you will get used to it. And I would definitely highly recommend to do that. Do everything yourself kind of approach, and I will try to guide you to the process as well as there's a lot of information online how to do it. 10, 20 minutes, or 15 minutes if you are just starting out. 2 minutes, 1 minute if you know what you're doing. Purpose. Different TLDs are used for various purposes. For instance, com is often used for commercial website. Org most of the time is used for non-profit organizations, and govs with government entities. They I believe a lot of people looking to remove that, and so there won't be no walls, I guess, or understanding what country or business is based, especially if you're looking to operate international organization or company and provide service internationally. You can remove and put a different word, duck. Uh, I or anything you can find in domain. And one of the reasons why I would highly recommend to spend at least $1 or £1, €1 on your domain, so you would have access and to security as something as a service where all you're gonna store all this information, as well as most likely stable servers. There are a lot of free services that you can do your own tests. Company I was doing testing with free service providers. Not necessarily servers would be up 24/7. Not necessary. It will the service would be up most of the time, but that's my personal experience. DNS resolution. When you enter domain name in a web browser, a process called DNS resolution converts human readable domain into an IP address, allowing your computer to allocate the web server hosting and the correspondence website. Subdomains. Domains can be further subdomained into subdomains, which are often used to organizational or navigational purposes. For example, blog.example.com is a subdomain of the example.com domain. A lot of people might consider building the website first, and after they build the website, they would attach whatever domain they would like to that website. Website provider might give you a domain, and later you would attach your own domain, so the address will change to you can build it, and after you build it, you can give address whatever address you want. You can approach this subject this way. Domain ownership. Owning domain gives you control over associated website and email address. That's two key areas I'm going to be looking at today. You can configure DNS settings, create email accounts, and direct traffic to specific services. Domain disputes over domain ownership, trademark infringements, or cyber quitting are resolved throughout various legal and dispute resolution processes. VHOIS is public database that provides information about domain names, registrations, including owners, contracts, details, registration dates, and expiration dates. Subdomain owners chose to keep this information private throughout the domain privacy services. Today we're talking about your online presence. I would highly recommend for everyone who is interested some old school hard copies of the books, as well as you can find e-copies online if you already working or having access to different software solutions where you can open books and read them online. In the book, I'm sharing a lot of information for everyone who is interested in understanding better what it would be like running your business, as well as if you have already your business, as well as if you perhaps looking to invest in different businesses and have other people do that work for you. I would highly recommend into doing some research if you haven't done it already, and better understanding of perhaps bring you up to date with the newest trends. A lot of information that I'm sharing in this book. You can go to a link in the description, as well as Top Retailers has this book as well. Why it's important for your business to be present online. Global reach. The internet allows you to reach global audience. With a well-designed website and online marketing strategies, your business can potentially connect with customers from around the world, creating a large customer base. Accessibility. An online presence means that your business is accessible 24/7 all the time. Customers can find information about your products or services, make purchase decisions, or get in touch with you at any time, even outside your regular business hours. Cost-effective marketing. Online marketing is often most cost-effective compared to traditional market methods like print or television ads. Uh, for example, if you're doing great work and if you're relying on word of mouth, might be cheaper compared to online marketing. But with digital marketing, you can allocate your budget more effectively and track the effectiveness of your campaigns in real time. Customer engagement, social media platforms, and online forums provide opportunities for direct engagement with your customers. You can gather feedback, answer questions, and build communities around the brand. Competitive advantage. Many of your competitors are likely to have online presence. If your business is not online, you may lose potential customers to competition who are more easily discoverable on the internet. E-commerce opportunities. An online presence allows you to sell products or services directly throughout the website, opening up new revenue streams. E-commerce can be particularly valuable for business in retail, hospitality, and various service industries, as well as product-based businesses, such as they might be require a little bit more time in structuring and managing your website. Data analytics online tool provides valuable insights into customer behavior. You can track website traffic, user demographics, conversion rates, and more. This data can inform your marketing strategies, help you to make data-driven decisions. I'll just because of time or have enough time to point out all the perhaps information that you should focus on, but adaptation to customer trends would be perhaps one area. Cost savings that can deliver to your business instead of perhaps having a physical building. If you would decide to manage it online, you can perhaps save some costs there, as well as uh, world is changing. World is changing. Where before you actually needed to have physical location, set up everything, or where now perhaps the website is an ultimate option. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.